Hands are for helping.
Hands are for helping, Mr. Matt. Helping hands.
Helping hands. Don't make fun of my helping hands. Okay.
Why would I make fun of you? You always assume I'm being mean. I am like the nicest person ever.
Hi, friends. I'm Mr. Matt.
And I'm Miss Gianna. Welcome to our awesome announcements.
We are so excited to see you guys today. Remember how we mentioned loaves and fishes last week? Well, it's time to count how many you have.
That's right, because next week is the last week of the month, and that means we will have the Loaves and Fishes store open for business.
And at the Loaves and Fishes store, you can buy things to help other people in Calgary, in Canada, and around the world. It's a great way to help spread the love of Jesus.
It really is. And if you brought any offering today, friends, you can also go ahead and give that into your leaders right now.
Our offering always goes to helping others around the world with different things that they need, just like Jesus would do.
And that's all we have for you guys today, friends, so we will see you next time.
See you then. Bye.
Hello, friends, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Miss Julie.
And I'm Miss Catalina. I have the most amazing thing to show you. Last week, we spent some time looking at the things up close. And I've decided that now I want to look at things really, really, really far away, like the moon.
Oh, is that why you brought this telescope? It's pretty neat.
And it gets even better. First, I looked at the moon, and then I moved the telescope over, and I was able to see all of outer space. Well, maybe not all of outer space.
Outer space is huge.
But I did see a lot of it. Check out this picture I took through my telescope.
Wait. Is that your dog?
Oh, oops, that's the wrong picture. We were having a spa night. Here's the right one.
That's incredible! Sometimes I forget just how big the universe is.
Me too. I know my house and my neighborhood really well, and I might know most of my city, but I haven't been everywhere in the country.
Not to mention the whole world.
And to think there's an entire galaxy out there, and I've only got one tiny little piece of it.
It's just so big it blows my mind.
But since it's so big, it makes me feel really small and alone.
Oh, don't fear. Our Bible story today is about a person who is everywhere. He's even with us when we face problems in our lives.
Wow, now that is mind-blowing and encouraging. I can hardly wait to check it out.
After a long day of teaching, Jesus and his disciples were getting ready to head back home. They got into their boat to sail across the lake. But as soon as they pushed off from shore, a whispering wind grew into a blustering storm. Without warning, huge waves swelled up like moving mountains, pushing the boat up and down. The disciples were terrified and thought the boat was about to sink. The disciples' fear grew more intense as they realized that the storm was getting bigger. They grabbed onto anything that provided stability. As all of this was taking place, Jesus was sound asleep inside the boat. The disciples forgot that they were in the company of Jesus, who had power of all the elements, even deadly storms. One of the disciples decided to check on Jesus and found him asleep. Even with the raging storm wreaking havoc to the boat, Jesus was calm. They needed his help. "Teacher," his disciples shouted in his ear, "don't you care that we're all dying?" Jesus calmly stood up and looked at the furious storm. He was not scared. He was not shaken. He didn't even look surprised. "Peace! Be still!" he shouted into the raging, blinding blackness of the storm. Then, suddenly, the growling and snapping of the storm stopped. With scarcely another drip, the rain was gone. The clouds scurried away. The sea settled into a peaceful pane of glass, and the fear of dying was gone. Jesus saved them. With shock, they looked around at the absolute calmness of everything. Jesus had simply spoken, and the storm was gone. The terrifying fear of the storm was replaced by a reassuring fear of Jesus. Who is this, that even the wind and sea obey him? They asked in wonder. Yet again, Jesus proved to them that he was the Son of God, and their faith grew stronger.
Jesus is everywhere, which means he is in all places.
Really? Okay, well, I think we should test this out with a game.
Okay.
What if I act out some places and we get everyone to guess where I'm acting out? And these places are where I wonder if Jesus is there with me.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay, this is the first one. Ready?
Okay, you guys ready?
What do you guys think?
What do you think? Wait a minute. Do you have it? Is it a roller coaster?
Yes.
Okay.
So, is Jesus with me there?
Yes, you bet. I wonder if he likes roller coasters as much as I do.
Okay, now what about this one? What about when I'm here?
Oh, you look so funny. Where do you think she is? Wait a minute. I think it's the dentist.
Yes, and I don't like going to the dentist. I do like, though, when I get the little prize at the end.
Sometimes I don't like the dentist either. But Jesus is right there with you.
So, Jesus is everywhere. He is God.
And that's our bottom line today. Should we say it together?
Of course.
Okay.
Jesus is everywhere.
He is God. That means no matter where we are or what we're going through, Jesus is with us. We can have faith that Jesus is everywhere.
Oh, and I know what faith is. It's trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see.
Yes, we can't actually see God, but he sent his son Jesus to show us what God is like and how much he loves us. People during Jesus' time actually saw Jesus. They talked with him and were friends with him, and they wrote all about it in the Bible. The Bible helps us get to know what Jesus is like and how we can have a friendship with him.
So we can have faith in God, being a loving God, by getting to know his son who shows us God's love.
Yes, and that's what our Bible verse is about. Let's all stand up and say it together. The Son is the exact likeness of God who can't be seen. The Son is first, and he is over all creation. Colossians 1:15.
That's a lot of actions. I kind of messed up there. Do you think we can do it again?
We certainly can. You all ready? Okay, let's see how we do this time. The Son is the exact likeness of God who can't be seen. The Son is first, and he is over all creation. Colossians 1:15.
Wow! And because Jesus rules over all creation that he made, then we can trust that Jesus is everywhere.
Yep. You can all sit down now.
Well, if he is everywhere, does that mean he's really paying attention to me?
Oh, I know he is, because I know that Jesus cares about everyone.
Really?
Yeah. The disciples didn't need to worry because they had Jesus with them. He calmed the storms, he healed people, and he taught all about God and what God thought about things. There is no way he could do that unless he is God.
Wow, so cool. Well, we have loved learning with you today that Jesus is everywhere. He is God. See you next time, friends.
Bye.
the Savior, and life more abundant and free. So turn your eyes, turn your eyes, turn your eyes upon Jesus. Turn your eyes, everybody now. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Oh soul, are you weary and troubled? No light in the darkness you see. There's light for a look at the Savior, and life more abundant and free. Come on now, turn your eyes, turn your eyes. Come on now, turn your eyes upon Jesus. Turn your eyes, turn your eyes, turn your eyes upon Jesus. Come on now, Jesus. Jesus, turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strange